Hey, I'm Maxinho, and welcome to another episode of our Hojo Campaign. Last time we pretty much spent the whole episode defeating enemy armies. Now we'll kind of do the same if you like. We need to start to continue our final offensive, and we will have any armies to defeat in the way. Like, we'll try to take the main island, and I have some armies coming here, so I will send at least one of them towards Shikoku, and I'll try to send one army as quickly as possible to Kyushu. The idea really is to take as many provinces as fast as possible. I could try to send everyone together, that would probably be easier. I would have been able to just auto-resolve most of the battles, but I kind of want to challenge, so like I will divide my armies more than usual, and we'll see how this goes. I still have replenishment. I still need replenishment for the army that I am, for the daimyo's army, but I'll attack these guys, and should be an easy enough battle. Yeah, actually they ran away. These guys didn't, but I'll just wipe them out using a night attack. And now I'll put these guys under siege. Because we have this skill here, we'll take this by the end of the turn, so we'll force them to attack us. So I'll just leave these guys here for now, and I'll take this army here, and I'll start preparing to go to Shikoku, so I'll build a trade ship, and I'll position these guys very close to the port. In fact, I'll try to get two armies together towards Shikoku, because I want one of them to go straight through Iyo and land in Bungo. So I'll get more ships as soon as possible. These guys here are kind of alone right now, but the thing is, we are almost wiping out the Urakami, so as many the focus here should be wiping out clans, because it's going to make things easier for us. We'll have less opposition overall if we start wiping out factions, so this is really the main goal. But they don't really have anywhere to go with this army. They have exhausted their movement already, so I feel like it's a good time to end the turn. Let me see if I can tax some of these provinces, because we are getting short on money. It's nothing desperate yet, but it's just a good idea to start taxing these provinces if it's possible. Let's get some Ashigayo here just so that the province doesn't revolt. Yeah, let's do the same for Echu. Or maybe, yeah, let's just do it. Yeah, let's end turn here. One thing that's going to help us, because we wiped out the Ikoiki, the religion in most of these provinces, I believe, will be just Shinto Buddhism. There's a chance that we'll have to convert these provinces that were converted to Christianity, because the major enemy that we have right now, the Ito, are Christian. So like, we'll have to convert their provinces, but it shouldn't be a big deal. And I don't think that they had enough time to convert these provinces that are further on. That's our own main island. These should all be Christian, so like when we get to Kyushu, we're going to have a bit of trouble. But we can just send our monks together, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. Yeah, let's end turn right now. Yeah, sure. These guys decided to attack us. The castle that we are inside isn't 100%, it has been damaged, so that's going to hinder us a bit, but we have the superior army, and really, like, I think this is going to be easy enough. Because we have the warrior monks, what I'm going to do is I'll position our troops, our melee troops, outside of the castle, and I'll have the bow warrior monks inside supporting them. This is going to improve their accuracy, and it's going to make them harder to attack in turn, and they really have very few ranged units. They have matchlocks, which are great, but they kind of suck for a situation like this. They suck at attacking enemy positions, so this should be an easy battle. Let's see. We really don't have to rely on the castle, so it's even better for us. I want to see how they are going to deploy. Like, if they divide their forces, we'll just do the same. If they come all from one direction, then I'll just deploy everyone in opposition to them. In fact, if they do that, I can actually deploy everyone inside the castle, but on the other side, and that's probably going to force most of their troops to climb the walls, giving us a very just a large advantage that's going to be impossible for them to defeat. Honestly, this should be an easy battle. Let's see. There's also the fact that their general is only a single star and our general has 5 stars. So our troops should have great morale. Yeah, just to be safe, I'll spread out the troops a bit. So I will have the warrior monks deployed like this. Actually, I should just spread them out, I feel. It doesn't really matter that much with archers. It's a great thing to do with firearms. You just spread them as much as possible on the walls. That way, they are going to everyone's going to fire. Because if you have them deployed in a double line, only the ones at the back are going to be able to fire. But for bow units, I'm not even sure that applies. I just have no idea how that works. You don't really need to do that with bow units. I think that the ones that the back can shoot. So at the start, I'll have the cavalry units deployed inside the castle because they have more cavalry than we do. So I kind of have to be careful with how I use our cavalry. But at the end of the day, this should be an easy battle. So I'll get these guys outside of the walls because they will have the support of the warrior monks, and they are better units than our enemies anyways. And for now, I feel like I'm just going to have the katana samurai deployed inside. I'm not going to send them before we need to. I'm pretty sure the Yagi can handle this. So I'll just get them close to the gates and I'll send them outside when we need them. Usually the enemy deploys most of their troops from that direction. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, so like we have enemy troops here and we have lots of units there as well. So we can adjust accordingly. Instead of having troops deployed in this direction, we'll just have these 2 bow units deployed together. And we'll get these guys together here. I'll get the cavalry ready to go outside as well. Let's see where the bow units are. We have 2 bow units here. I want to destroy them as quickly as possible. The fact that we have the warrior monks here is going to help a lot. They have more range, and I feel like they may be able to fire at them before they can fire at our melee units. It's going to be great for us. It's impossible for us not to lose anyone, particularly because they have bow units as well. But we should have minimal losses. And we'll have replenishment at the end of the turn anyways. That's why I have the katana units inside, because they are harder to replenish. They take longer too. I think I have an idea, like I'll get the katana units here and I'm going to try to use them to flank the enemy. The only possible problem with that plan is that maybe the... yeah, let's just use Yagi Wall. Is that maybe the cavalry units that I have are going to try to take out our katana units. Yeah, let's fire at their bow units, if possible. Yeah, they are targeting the Yagi Ashigaru, which is expected. Yeah, it seems that they are going to dismount their cavalry units and we'll use them as melee units. Yeah, because of this I'll just get our cavalry outside and I'll take out these generals here and start flanking the enemy. We should rout them pretty fast by doing this. And let's also have the katana units coming from this direction here. I don't think that they will get there before we destroy them, but who knows. Yeah, we managed to destroy an archer units already. Yeah, these guys should be destroyed fast. We have too many katana units for them to handle. Let's pivot and try to take out their general. Yeah, we managed to rout them already. This was even easier than I anticipated. But still, let's try to get their generals.
My lord, a glorious victory will soon be yours.
Yeah, we managed to wipe out almost everyone. Yeah, we lost many Yagi units, but we should be fine. They replenished pretty fast. It certainly would have been worse if the katana units were deployed outside, maybe. There's a chance that we would have we would have more spread out casualties. But in any case, it should be fine. Yep. Good enough. Yeah, we lost only 390 units. Most of them Yageshigaru, which is expected. Let's see who got more kills. Yeah, Yageshigaru and Warrior Monks following them. But we killed almost everyone. This army here should be wiped out. Yeah. And we'll get replenishment. And now we have to defend against these guys. We'll see how the battlefield is. But we shouldn't need anything too fancy to do with these guys. Let's see. Only thing that's kinda that we have to keep in mind is that they have more cavalry than we do. I think I know what to do already. It seems that we have good positions atop of the hills on the left side. I'll try to position our troops uphill. At the start we'll have our archers up front and we'll take them to the back as soon as they start charging at us. We kinda want to destroy their archers first so that we can avoid unnecessary casualties, because I don't think that they will have lots of morale when they finally get to us. So this is the position that we want to take. It's kinda weird, but it should work pretty well. Should be something like this. Maybe that hill on the right, this one would be better, or even this one. But I feel like this one is. Yeah. I'll try to avoid anything awkward. Sometimes it's kind of hard to predict what's going to happen, but like what I want this time is to have the katana units at the center and the naginata units at the wings, because we can cover for their cavalry and we'll have a stronger center if we do this. Let's see. Maybe we should do this with the matchlocks. Have them at an angle. We'll obviously need spearmen defending them. So I'm going to try something kind of weird this time. I'll have the warrior monks slightly further up front than usual. Maybe not, I'll just take them back a bit. I want to avoid their cavalry as much as possible. They don't want to have a weird formation because of that. What seems to me is that they will send some units towards our left wing, and yeah. So we can counter these guys with our cavalry, and we should be able to deal with these guys using the katana, the naginata units here. We'll need to take our matchlocks behind them. They should still have field of view, line of sight actually. They are, yeah, they are close already. Let's send our cavalry units. And as usual, I want to avoid them charging at our bow units. I can just take the Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I should have had some of these, of the spearmen at the center as well.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
Yeah, we kind of fucked up, like, they managed to charge our center, which was composed of katana units. Not ideal, but we should be fine. Oh, we'll kill their general, it seems. Managed to get rid of their general. Yeah, we took too many casualties in this battle. We'll probably need to retreat a bit to replenish after this. It's fine regardless. This wasn't really that easy.
My lord,
The previous battle was a lot easier than this one.
will soon be yours.
I should have done a better job though. I think we'll have to retreat to Kyoto because it's a province that replenishes very fast because of the upgraded castle there. I mean, we don't have to, but it's just going to be faster to do that. We are very close to Kyoto anyways. In any case, we should take the castle next turn, so we'll get some replenishment at the end of the turn regardless. Yeah, we need another turn actually. I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, we can do this to get another point of honor, which, whatever. Oh no, we took the province, yeah. But it seems to me that we haven't. We didn't get replenishment. It's fine, I guess. So let's get back to Kyoto. In fact, to make things even faster, even though I don't think it's even possible, I'll take out the archery dojo here, and I'll build the barracks building that improves replenishment rates. Yeah, we got this mastery art here, so let's improve our libraries. So we'll need more money to do that. Let's start doing this again. We'll just exempt the ones that are going to revolt. A new clan arises. Kono. Iyo. Yeah, the Chisokabe are losing provinces, it seems. Which doesn't really matter. Because I'm not sure if there is an army here, I'll send Shinobi to check. Not really. So let's take Mimasaka, and we should need only one more province to destroy the Urakami. Yeah. So I'm going to take these guys here and board this ship and go to Awaji. Hopefully no one attacks this ship here because it's going to kill our ninja if they do. And I'll take these guys to block the way of these guys here, and I'll also get another ship so that I can board it next turn, and I'll go straight to Sanuki with this army here. Let's try to get rid of some of their agents. They can be annoying. Yeah, we got both. So this province here is another plagued by the Ikoiki religion. Yeah, we got another agent. We need to send some Metsuke there. Start spreading them out a bit. As soon as we have a province converted, like Wakasa here, we can start sending the monks to convert to the next provinces. Yeah, because we are in Kyoto, it should take only 2 turns it seems to replenish everyone. But I'm going to build the barracks there, just to be sure. Maybe we'll need replenishment again, and well, 1 turn is better than 2, so why not? Yeah, these guys here, because yeah, we'll attack these guys, why not? Now we can just go back to Mimasaka and we'll try to take Izumo next turn, and that's going to help us. It will just have 2 factions to destroy after that. We also have the Kono that spawned here in Iyo, but they have only 1 province, they shouldn't be any problem. So to give a bit of context, we got another point of honor because we paid a bit to help out some clans that supposedly had problems with natural disasters. And the way honor works is that you can have 6 at maximum, but you can have more than that actually. I think it's up to 9. And what happens is that 6 is where you are going to stop getting benefits from it. So like anything above it doesn't really do anything. But it allows you to perform dishonorable actions like looting settlements, and as long as you are with more than 6 or 6 or more honor, you aren't going to feel any effects from those said dishonorable actions. Of course, you are still going to have diplomacy penalties with other clans, but as we are in Realm Divide, it doesn't matter. We can do whatever we want, kinda like, it makes no difference. We just want to stay with at least 6 honor, because then we get the public order bonus and it helps keeping our provinces in check. Because the last thing that we want is rebellions popping up everywhere, so we won't do anything dishonorable regardless. It may happen that we get so bankrupt that we'll need to loot settlements, but it's probably not going to happen. I'll say one thing though, and I think I said that before, like, yeah, we need to retreat. Yeah, our ninja is safe. Yeah, the Kono declared war on us. Wow. So like I said, I think I said this before, but I'm starting to think that the Yagi Ashigaru are better than Naginata Samurai. Because even though they have worse stats, they replenish a lot faster. And I feel like because they have more numbers as well, it seems to me that they can do more in the battlefield. But I'm not sure about that. Well, in any case, let's take these guys to Sanuki. Hopefully I'll be able to reach that. Yeah, we have managed to put these guys on siege. I feel like this is a castle that we could actually take. We have many archers. They don't really have. They have only 2 archer units. I'll decide about this later. For now we are fine. And I should have taken these ninja out of those boats. But yeah. Yeah, next turn we'll take Awa, or we'll try to take Awa. With these guys, what we want to do is keep north. In fact, not really. I'll take this castle here, because I want to get rid of all the Chosokabe provinces. Here in the main island, I don't think we can get to them. Yeah, we could. So let's send the general together to make the attack. Yeah, this is a great province for recruitment as well. It has the blacksmith, but we already have plenty of troops, so I'll just destroy everything and get money making and public order buildings. Yeah, we should get rid of the Izumo as soon as possible, but we should be fine. So with this army here, we are almost done replenishing everyone. So we'll get back, we'll start moving again. Regardless of the province, we should be able to get everyone replenished next turn. Yeah. So it's a good thing to go to Kyoto and back just to get the fuel, just to get replenishment faster. Yeah, we should be almost done converting these provinces, but it's still taking a while. There are still Iko-Iki. The temple complex would help with that, but this I think will help more, and we don't really have to build temples to get the benefits from this art, so we'll get that. Oh yeah, and I should also upgrade this. It's going to improve the time to get new arts studied, researched. Yeah, let's see. This is a castle, sure. This is the same level as this one. I think I would... I'm still conflicted. I'm not sure I would have enough ammo to kill everyone inside. I have plenty of archers, but I'm not sure about that. I'll just keep them under siege for now, and if they decide to sally out, I think we should be able to just destroy them on the field. And because the balance of power is so close, they might decide to go and give it, bring the fight to us. So we'll just end the turn here. Yeah, let's run away again. Hopefully they won't be able to catch our shinobi. Yeah, we managed to escape. Well, they decided to attack us, so like, they have some hero units, they have matchlocks, and they have power quality melee infantry. This is our worst army. We have only Ashigayo to help us, but we should be fine. Let's see how the battlefield is. It seems pretty open. I don't think that we can do anything fancy. Maybe we'll be able to get uphill and defend the position there. We'll see. Because we have only spearmen though, we don't really have a lot to think about. We'll just deploy them in a single line, I guess. We could try a double line formation. There's really no benefits to it, unless we lack space to deploy our troops. Like, this seems to me like a good place. It has an impassable terrain here, which is going to disrupt their formation. I feel like we can get ready fast enough. Let's have the battle groups ready. So yeah, let's get everyone uphill. The center here is kinda unassailable. I don't think they are able to get through that part, because we have impassable terrain here. So let's try to use that to our advantage. Yeah, in fact this will probably be a situation where we want a double line formation. Ironically. Because we want these guys to have the high ground. And we can have reserve units as well behind, so that we can cover for cavalry charges or anything like that. Well, while we are deploying our units, I'll take the time to send our cavalry forward, see if they can get something done. If for some reason they are waiting, it seems. Doesn't really matter for us, we can keep them waiting. Like, the situation here, like, these guys, they have matchlocks, a few bow units. They have cavalry, these Yabusami cavalry, which are bow cavalry, and katana cavalry. We should be able to defeat their cavalry, but we'll wait and see what they do. We really can wait. It's not a battle that we have to take. But the thing is, like, if they somehow don't attack us, we'll lose the opportunity to wipe them out. And I really want to just take the castle. So if they are going to sit there and wait for the time to run out, I'm going to attack them. Just so that I can destroy as many units as possible before the timer runs out. Or before they escape from the field. Yeah, weirdly enough, seems to me that they will just wait. It wouldn't be the weirdest thing to happen to me in a Shogun 2 game, but It's certainly up there. Well, I can wait. I wonder why these guys are losing morale. No idea, maybe this is the maximum amount. No. The general has more morale than these guys. Maybe it's just because they are a Shigayo and they have low morale. I don't know. Yeah, I'll not move. I'll just wait until they decide to do that. Something that I can try is to get these guys behind, just so that maybe it will stir them up. Or if it doesn't, then we'll at least have some guys behind to destroy them when they rout. Which is going to happen if they don't attack us. If the timer runs out, then everyone here will break, will shatter actually. Yeah, this is weird. Are they deployed in the eye wall? I don't know. Seems they aren't. Well, these guys aren't because they are samurai. They aren't deployed in Yagi wall. Yeah, this is very weird. Anyways, we'll just watch them, I guess. When the timer gets close to the end, I'll send everyone ahead, just so that I can kill as many as possible. We'll see how that goes. It will take a while still, so maybe they will use something before that. For now, I don't know. I'll just take a look at their formation. Yeah, these guys have matchlocks. I've mentioned before how much I like these units. They are incredibly cool and they can be very effective. It's just kind of finicky to use them. You sort of want to always be on the defensive when you have matchlocks. There are ways of using them offensively, but it's pretty hard when the enemy has archers, because the archers outrange them and the matchlocks have very low armor. Because of this, it's kind of hard to trade blows with the archers, when in fact the matchlocks should have more range than them. Like, historically the matchlocks were just straight up better than bows. In most contexts, at least. Certainly inside fortifications, the guns were the best weapon around. And yeah, the benefits of the bows are just like that you can fire them behind troops or up, like in a, I don't know how to say this in English, like in a parabolic, maybe. That's how it's. But yeah, the matchlocks historically outranged the bows. They were more effective, and in this game it's just the opposite. The bow units have 150 range, and the matchlocks have 125 range, which is probably for balancing reasons, but it's pretty lame nonetheless, because it makes the matchlocks much harder to use than they should. And you get them so late in the game that you kind of expect them to be better than they are. The one thing that makes them great as well is that they don't care about armor. Most units will just take a single shot to kill, so it doesn't matter how much armor they have. There are bulletproof units. I know that there's a unit exclusive to the Date that has bulletproof samurai. I'm not sure if there are any other units that are bulletproof as well. These take longer to kill using firearms, but I don't know how viable they are. I never even recruited those units. I don't play the Date a lot. I like them pretty much. Historically, it's one of my favorite clans, but I don't know. Like they start in a certainly a comfortable position in the north of the country, but it takes so long to do anything with them because the northern provinces are so large. It takes a while to traverse them, so it can be a bit boring. But at least like you don't have to worry about enemies coming from other directions. You start far east and you'll just go west for the whole campaign. But at that point, like you can just play the Shimazu that starts on the west and are a much better clan overall. Which is actually probably the easiest clan to play. Aside from the Oda. The Oda are the best, but I'm not sure if they are the easiest. Because, yeah, like you have the best troops and the most cost effective ones. A great starting position. But you start at war with with many clans in a position that tends to be assailed from multiple directions. A typical Oda campaign is going to have you at war with the Ikoiki, the Takeda, at the same time, pretty early on. And that's not to mention if the Hattori somehow become the strongest clan around, which for some reason tends to happen a lot. You at least is usually capable to take out the Tokugawa and the Imagawa very fast, but then you are going to be on war with the Hojo probably. So yeah, the Oda have a pretty eventful beginning of the start of the campaign, but it's still the easiest clan, like the best, not the easiest. Certainly not the easiest. I feel like the Shimazu are easier than them. The Chosokabe as well, kinda don't really have many challenges at the start. And they have many options because they start on Shikoku. You usually take the whole island and move on to Kyushu or Honshu. And the enemies very rarely go to Shikoku. Like, it happens almost never. So you can pretty much just leave Shikoku after you conquer it. It's a good idea to have some units there or some agents there, because the AI does go there sometimes, but it's very rare. Well, the hardest clan is a toss between the Tokugawa and the Uesugi. I feel like the Tokugawa have a good position at the start, but because they are vassals, you don't really have many options. And if you want to break the vassalage, you have to declare war on the Imagawa, which takes an honor point, I feel. I'm not sure if it takes an honor point. If it takes some turns, like sometimes it seems to me that I have declared war on them and I haven't taken a honor penalty, but I'm not sure about that. And the main issue is that they start in a close position with the Oda, which are the best clans. So like, why would you play the Tokugawa aside from role playing, I guess? But because they are vassals, there are some benefits as well. Because yeah, you can't choose who you are going to go to war with, but it's like Usually the enemies will leave you alone, so if you choose, you can just take your time and go to war with people that declare war on you, and then you can take provinces. But you really have to get lucky, like you need to have enemies declaring war on you, otherwise you are going to wait a lot for an opportunity to attack the Imagawa, or you just do it straight at the start and deal with the honor penalty. The Uesugi are just completely fucked, honestly. You start in a position that's in the middle of everything, and as soon as the campaign starts, people declare war on you from every single side. The Takeda, I've heard, are scripted to declare war on you for, I don't know, role-playing reasons, because, well, history. And they really don't have any clan traits that do them any favors. Warrior monks are nice, sure, but it doesn't make up for the difficulty of the campaign. And you have a vassal as well, the Yamanouchi. And the problem is that the AI loves to declare war on that vassal, and they end up declaring war on you because of that. Otherwise, you have to break the alliance and deal with honor and diplomatic penalties. So it's kind of tough. Yeah, it really seems that like they won't do anything. I feel like we should start moving. I'm not sure how to do this. I don't think I've ever seen this happen. Because like, I want to be engaged with them when the timer is close to running out. Yeah, it seems that they are going to come at us. I'll just retreat and wait for them to come, honestly. They really took their time. Some of our units are being engaged. What? These guys. Let's take them away. Yeah, we took some casualties there, but nothing major. I want to delay this as much as possible. Let's send the cavalry units there. I'm not even sure that I can finish this before the timer runs out. In any case, yeah, I think that they wasted their time, but still managed to attack on time. No, the Katana cavalry are still alive. Sure. Just want to get the units ready to chase after them after the battle ends. But it seems to me that they will rout before the timer ends. Yeah. What the hell? Our units are in danger, it seems. Let's get the general back here so that we can... Yeah, it doesn't matter. They will rout as soon as the timer runs out.
Our
This was
general
kind of
is in
weird.
grave danger, my lord.
Yeah, we only need 12 more seconds. Because I had the general go ahead and try to wipe out some units, our troops suffered from morale penalties. In any case, this battle is won. Yeah, close victory doesn't really make sense, I guess. I'm curious about what's going to happen to them. Are they going to be wiped out? Every single one of them? If so, then waiting was worth it. No? This wasn't really good for us. Let's see something. Yeah, we'll just keep them under siege. Doesn't really matter. They have been weakened more severely than we have. This was such a mess. We'll get these guys there next turn, regardless. So if they don't manage to take that province during the next end turn, we'll have these guys to help. Yeah, now we'll get these guys towards this direction again, and we'll have the daimyo coming from this direction. Yeah, we managed to convert this province, so we can take the monk from there. Yeah, I have to take these guys. Yeah, managed to save these ninja. I was probably going to lose them if I forgot them in the sea. Yeah, the Chosokabe have their main army here, which is whatever. We'll be able to get to them very, very soon. Will these guys level up as well? Yeah, next turn probably. Well, as soon as we can get another battle. So having two 6-star generals is pretty great. It happens rarely. Depending on how the campaign goes, you barely have one 6-star general. You'll really have to make an effort to use the same general for most battles to level them up, to level him up. Yeah, let's tax this just to be sure that we won't lack money. Yeah, we don't need exempt any provinces anymore. That's good. So we'll be able to take these guys to help take this castle here. And then we can move to Tulsa. So yeah, I'll just end the episode here. Thanks a lot for watching. See ya next time.